Congratulations. Did you have any tension before the start of the match today? I mean, about the weather?
No, not really. I mean, there's some people in the management group who were having a look at that, and we knew we had enough time in the game.
You said that he's the best bowler in the world. It's just been 12 months for him in Test cricket, and you've nurtured him as a white ball cricketer before that. Can you talk about the transition or the kind of work that he's had to put in for that transformation across formats to become the bowler he is across all formats?
I think the fact that he was showing amazing levels of energy and fitness in white ball cricket, and hence he was so good because he was not giving runs with the new ball, he was getting wickets, and then he would come back in the death overs, not one loose delivery, and he was training like he wanted to play Test cricket. He was that obsessed about his fitness levels and his work ethics. So we discussed before South Africa that if we just put him as a surprise package, he could be lethal if he gets his lines and lengths right. And the mindset he has is, I think, what separates him from anyone else in the world right now. He looks at a pitch and he doesn't think it's a hard toil. He thinks wickets. He thinks, how can I make a breakthrough for the team? And your mindset separates you, from the rest. And he's as strong-headed as I've seen anyone in the past. And that's the key to his success, is what I've seen in the last 12 months. The way he has matured in Test cricket and the areas that he's bowling so soon, so quickly in his Test career is, I think, a very scary sign for all the batsmen around the world. I mean, in Test cricket, if there's a pitch like Perth, I wouldn't want to face Jasprit Bumrah, to be honest, because once he's on a roll, he can really crank it up, and it's the way he bowls is so much more different to anyone. And I think he realizes that more than the batsman, and that's why he's so confident about his skill.
Congratulations. You've spoken about winning series irrespective of the conditions. How special is this victory, and what kind of an impact this victory can make on the team?
Well, we always knew that we can do this. So, although we're very happy, but we're not shocked or, very surprised by what's happened. We always believed that this is very possible because of the talent that we have in the side and the mindset that we've been carrying for the last 12 months, regardless of, what's been said, regardless of the mistakes we've made. But our mindset never shifted once. So, I think the best thing about this win would be to bounce back again. Like we bounced back once in England, like we bounced back in South Africa. So I think that takes more mentally out of you than starting a series well. So I think that's why this victory is more special to the bowlers, because they've been so tired and they bowled so many overs, and even in this game they had to put in more effort because of the nature of the pitch. But outstanding, hats off to them. That's all I can say.
Virat, India made some very bold changes before this game, which you were criticised for, but paid off a lot. Do you think Australia's now going to be in a similar position where they're going to have to, revamp their side?
I don't know. I can't take a call for them, right? I mean, we discussed something. We felt good about it. Instinctively, you have a feel for any decision that you make. And we felt Vihari was you might not think of Vihari's contribution as significant in this game, but if you look at the fact that he played out 15 overs with Mayank with the new ball in the first innings, allowed me and Pujara to just bat and bat and bat. I mean, we were not walking in, under pressure. We were walking in thinking that we can build a partnership. So even though he scored less runs, but the fact that he played out the new ball and played his role perfectly meant that we could do what we did in the first innings. And we as a team realized that, and he was confident, most importantly, about doing the job for the team. Well, depends on the nature of the pitch. I think Ashwin's very close to being match fit. He's been bowling a lot of overs, and I'm sure these next 4 days will make him even stronger. So regardless, it being the last test match, I think he will be willing to push himself and start for the team. But again, depends on what kind of pitch we get in Sydney.
Virat, disappointing defeat in century earlier this year. You said that to win series abroad, you're going to sleep, dream of winning abroad, just to occupy all your thoughts. Mentally, do you think this team is getting there? Like that kind of focus do you see in the team now?
Yes, and I forgot to add one thing: not listen to people too much. That's very important as well. So I think if you have to, or if you want to win a series away from home, it has to be an obsession. And once you're obsessed, you know, changing your decisions according to opinions is not an option at all, because instinctively everyone, as I said, you have a gut feel of playing a particular shot or bowling a particular ball, and inside if you feel good about doing something in a particular test match, you just follow that. You can't change for someone else, and I think that's been the most important factor for us, that we haven't changed our mindset regardless of who said what. And at the end of the day, your belief is what matters, because you're out there competing. So as I said, hats off to the whole team for sticking together, believing in themselves, and being obsessed about getting results.
Last kick.
Virat, the fact that Australia's bowlers had to bowl on 4 out of 5 days, is that a point of pride for you, the fact that you've batted so long? And do you think that it gives you an advantage heading into Sydney, the fact that they have so many overs under their belt?
No, we didn't think about any of that. First innings, our aim was to go past 400 and psychologically have that number on the board in the first innings. So how much ever time it took, we just wanted to cross that particular mark. We never thought we want to keep them in the field for longer. The fact that we didn't enforce the follow-on was because when our bowlers bowled, those 2 sessions was really warm out there, and we just wanted to give them enough break and an overnight good sleep to come out fresh again and go at the batsmen. So that was our intent. We never wanted to keep them out there. So that was never our intent, but just think of what the team wants at every stage.
The planning seems to have been key in your success through 3 tests so far. Your plans have been so good, particularly the bowling plans. Can you give us an insight into pre-series, the amount of hours spent looking at the Aussie batsmen, working out plans, working with your bowlers, and your particular input in those plans?
Well, it's a collective effort. I mean, to be honest, in the bowling meetings, I usually sit and hear the bowlers talk, because it's very important to understand what the bowlers are thinking. And then in that process, you think of plan B, and then you communicate that to the bowlers. So that's the way we operate. But the fact that the bowlers are all the time dictating those meetings is how you win test matches away from home, because at the end of the day, as I said, they are running in with the ball, so they need to be confident of their fields, where they're pitching the ball and the pace of the wicket, and how they can pull dot balls or get wickets. So I think the fact that they've taken total ownership of their skill and taking responsibility for the team is what has set them apart this calendar year, and the results are there to see for everyone. It's not just talk, they put numbers on the board.
The partnership with Pujara. You spent a lot of time with him together here, also in the second innings in Adelaide. What is he doing this year that is allowing him to score runs away from home with the consistency that wasn't there earlier?
I think he's been a lot more flexible in altering his game very quickly. From the last time he had played in Australia, he's made a few changes to his setup, and that's working for him. So he's embracing the fact that if something's been told to him and he has to work on those things, he's worked on it. And now we have the bowling attack that we can rely on to get us 20 wickets, and his role becomes even more crucial, because if he can bat time and hold one end and all the other batsmen can play positively around him, we get 350, touching 400 in conditions in Australia, which puts us in a great position to get a result. So I think he realizes that even more now, that because of the bowling attack that we have, his job is to hold one end and bat for long hours, so that we have a great opportunity to get big runs and put them in the game. And I think that confidence that is seen in him is because of that, and he's embracing that very well this year, and the results are there, as I said.
Last one. Yeah.
Virat, you've retained the Lord Gavaskar Trophy here, but you've got 1 test to go, and there's the prospect of an historic moment in Sydney, the first Indian team to win a series in Australia. What's the sense within your group at the moment about the opportunity that lies ahead to be that team? What makes that history?
It's a great opportunity. It's a great opportunity from the point of view that we always wanted to win a series away from home, actually every series that you play. And the fact that the boys realize that we worked so hard to be here now, and there's no looking back. It's the last test of the series, and you have to give everything that you have to win a series, and that was our goal from day one. So that goal has not changed at all. Look, there are definitely factors and incentives attached to this particular series, but we're not focusing on that because our job is to go out there and get results, and next test is going to be another opportunity to win for Team India. So we're all looking forward to that.
You said the team always believed that they could win matches overseas and dominate teams overseas. How much of a different feeling is it to have actually done it here and gone 2-1?
Yeah, as I said before, the first test, we don't want to just talk about things or win one game and be like, oh, we played so well in Australia. It's all about the team. Even Bumrah's interview post game was all about how can I contribute for the team. The fact that he didn't get any wickets in Perth, and the way he bowled in Perth, he didn't lose heart. He knew that wickets are going to come at some stage. And if you see the other bowlers, they're not trying to outdo someone else. If Bumrah's picking wickets, they are containing runs. If someone else is picking wickets, Bumrah comes and does his job. So does Jadeja, so does Ashwin. So it's a team effort at the end of the day. And when it comes together nicely and it gets you results, it obviously feels wonderful because that's what you play cricket for, right? You just don't play to play well, you play to win. So yeah, it feels good to having had those results come our way.
Thank you.
Thanks.